Stacy, this is Tim. I'm going to show you your trailer. We're going to start up here in the front compartment. In the front compartment, it does have your 12-volt battery. It also has your inverter that when you're not hooked to shore cord, that will take from the battery and make 110 for the refrigerator only. The connection up in the top is for your 6-point leveling system on the trailer. You never should have to mess with that, but that's where it's located at if you ever have to. It does have a vent on the front of the trailer, the vent for the battery box. And in the front compartment, it does have a metal floor. We're going to step off to this side over here. Your first connection is the 6-point leveling on the trailer. And in the front door where your gas bottles are, it will walk you through that step by step how to take it on and off the vehicle. It does have an on and off button, up and down for the front landing gear, enter button, retract all, level all, and each one of the jacks has a button on the side over here for manually having to self-level the trailer. But you can go right through the ground control 3.0 and it will tell you exactly how to put it on the truck and how to take it off. In your gas bottles, one on one side of the trailer, one to the other. The regulator is in the right hand upper corner. And looks like on this one here, the gas regulator is pointed towards the bottle on the other side of the trailer. It's green inside the eye, indicating that the bottle it does pointed to, it still has gas. When it would happen to come up empty, it's going to turn red on the inside where the green is, indicating that the bottle it's pointed to is empty and it's having to pick up from the other one. While we're in this compartment too, on each one of the jack legs on the front, there is a manual way to go in to crank it up or down. In the bottom of the motor or up on top, there is a rubber plug that comes out that you can manually crank them front landing jacks up or down if for any reason they won't work on their own. Your water compartment is the next one back. In the water compartment, it does have an on and off light for hooking up at nighttime. It has an outside shower spray hose that hooks into the outside shower. You do have hot and cold running water on this side over here. Also has a satellite hookup and a park cable hookup. Then there's 5 different ways that you can turn the valves for filling the tanks. You have your dry camping where you're going to pump water from the freshwater tank to the faucets. The one right below that is to fill the freshwater tank, and you'll fill through the city water on all of them. Then you have your city water hookup in the middle that shows you how you can work right off the water hose hooked to this. Then it shows you a way to winterize and a way to sanitize the freshwater tank just by turning the 3 knobs here on the front. All of them still go through the city water. The one with the black cap is your black tank flush. You will use that while you're flushing your black tank only. On the valves down below here, the front one is your galley, which is going to be your kitchen sink water and the water from your washer dryer prep. The black handle in the middle is going to be your toilet water from the front toilet. The gray handle will be your bathroom shower and sink water from the front bathroom. We're going to have one more termination valve in the back that is for the back toilet. Front toilet will dump out here at the sewer cap at the end. While we're here at the sewer cap, we're going to look down, and it does have low water drain points. The red side of the water system is the hot side of the water system. The blue side is the cold side of the water system. You'll use the low water drain points for winterizing and de-winterizing of the trailer and in between trips. It also has a hookup light out here for hooking the sewer hoses up at night. That is your power cord with the trailer. It's 35 foot long. Hot water heater works 2 different ways. Works electric, button on the outside lower left hand corner. Your gas button is going to be on your monitor panel on the inside. Before you operate it on either one, you'll want to pop the pop-off valve at the top to make sure you have water coming out of it so the tank's full before you turn on electric or light it on gas. Also has a drain plug down here in the bottom for draining the hot water heater in between trips and for winterizing and dewinterizing. But that drain plug is also an anode rod. An anode rod actually draws all the impurities out of the water to it, eats up the rod instead of eating up the inside of the tank.
It's got the battery shut off.
And we do have a battery disconnect in the front compartment by the water. If you don't want your refrigerator or any of your 12-volt appliances drawing from the batteries, you can turn the battery disconnect off and take the key out. We'll have to show you the gas button on the hot water heater when we get to the inside. The main thing is always make sure that it has water in it, filled up, before you turn on either one, electric or gas. The next connection back is the outside of your furnace. Your furnace is propane and 12 volt for the fan. It's going to suck cold air in the back and put hot air at the front. I always suggest putting the mud dauber screen over the outside of the furnace for the simple fact once it's been lit on propane, mud daubers love that smell. They go in there, they build their little dirt nest, and it clogs your airflow up on your furnace. Lug nuts on the trailer have been torqued at 100 foot-pounds. The tires are air ducted pressure, which is 95 pounds on the side of the tire cone. They actually have gas in them instead of having air in them. Black tank flush back here is for your black tank in the back of the trailer for the second toilet. And it will dump at the waste valve here in the back. White one underneath the trailer is your freshwater drain. The two blue lines is air lines from the freshwater tank, so when it is filling with water, it has somewhere to push the air out of. Around the back of the trailer, it is prepped for a backup camera up top. It does have a hitch on the back of it for a bicycle rack or small storage. That same blue hose that does your outside shower can hook to the back of the trailer back here and will give you cold water on the back side only. It does have a ladder for going up and checking your roof. The roof is the most important thing on the trailer. The better off you take care of the roof, the longer your trailer will last. Every 90 days it does not hurt to go up and check the roof. If you find any problems up on the roof, pop the air bubbles or seal over the cracks. The quicker you can fix that, the better off you are. Outside kitchenette does have an outside refrigerator. Controls for the refrigerator are in the upper right hand corner, and it is electric only. No propane, no 12 volt. Does have a TV out in the kitchen area. Remote for it is up here at the top. It works off the park cable or the antenna on top of the trailer. Then you have a place out here at the side that you could actually pull your outside grill out, locks into place. Quick connect hose up here, hooks to the back of it, and then comes down and hooks to the connection down at the frame of the trailer. For that connection to work, the T-handle here on the side has to be turned in line with the gas line coming out. When it's turned sideways, it shuts the gas off coming to the outside. Does have two awnings on the trailer, one above this slide and one above the main part of the trailer. It also has a 110 outlet on the outside of the trailer that is also GFI protected by the outlet in the bathroom. Front end awning, two outside speakers. I'll have to show you more about the two outside speakers when we get to the inside. But there is a place in the front compartment up here that you can put another TV, hook onto the same part cable hookup, or satellite out here, and a 110 outlet to plug it into. The front compartment over here is where your last gas bottle is, that the regulator was actually pointed towards. When you get the trailer on the site that you're going to, level from side to side by using your 6-point leveling. The next thing is the proper fit of your steps. And do we want to wait to do the steps to the next video? We'll go ahead and do it now. We're going to open the door until it's fully extended. The steps are going to be up inside the doorway, locked into place with a blue handle. Once you get the trailer on the site, level from side to side, your steps is going to be the next thing. The most important thing on the steps is it has to lay flat in the threshold. And you do have a security light out here for the steps at nighttime for walking in and out. Pull the blue handle, allows the steps to come out at you. Little button on the bottom of each one of the legs. Adjust the legs up or down to fit the contour of the ground. The main thing is it has to lay flat in the threshold for the front door to shut over the top of it properly. Back to the inside of the trailer. Up here at the top is your inverter button to turn it on and off with. Hands-on button tells you what the power it's putting out and the source that it's getting its power from. Down here on the monitor panel, when you check the battery life, it shows you that it's fully charged. To really get an accurate reading on the battery, have the 110 line unplugged from the trailer, then push the battery button and it will give you an accurate reading of how much juice is in the batteries. Freshwater tank showing 2/3 of the way full. Black tank is showing empty, which is your black tank 1 is the front bathroom. Black tank 2 is the back bathroom. Galley tank is your kitchen sink water and your washer dryer hookup water. And gray tank 2 is your bathroom sink and shower in the front of the trailer. Up on the red buttons up at the top, the first one turns the gas side of the hot water heater on. Usually when you turn the gas button on, the little red light here to the side comes on, but the water is hot in the hot water heater. The second red button is the electric side of the hot water heater. Your third red button is the water pump itself that turns the water pump on between the freshwater tank and the faucets. And then your fourth red button is tank heaters that is underneath the trailer that is used in wintertime to keep your holding tanks from freezing. Down here at the bottom, the first light turns the lights above us in the living room area. Safety light, which is a light on the outside of the bedroom slide and underneath the steps here in the front. Your second cap light is your 2 LED lights that's on the front of the trailer. Your fourth button is the 2 LED lights that's underneath the awnings on the trailer. Here again, we're going to run the awnings out. It's a good time to make sure there's not a tree or a camper parked too close to the front of the trailer, so the awnings will fully extend. It does have the set of LED lights up underneath each one of the awnings. There is a pinch point on each one of the arms that you can pull down against. Tighten up the black knob that would put the pitch of the rain coming off this corner of the awning. Same way with your back arm. You can do the same thing to the back arm. Pull it down and tighten up the black knob. It will put more of a slant on the canvas so if it's misting rain, that the rain will come off the top of the canvas quicker. You can do the same thing to the front awning. It has an adjustment on each one of the arms that you can pull down against and put the pitch of the rain coming off this corner, or up at the front, putting the pitch of the rain off that front corner up there. My theory on the awning is if I'm not sitting underneath them using them, I put them up. It just takes a minute of pushing the button for them to roll up or down. Back inside the trailer, we're going to turn the first black button on here that actually turns the 2 lights on in front of the cabinet area. We do have a Dometic thermostat. We'll run through that with you too. When you first turn it on, it's going to give you your fan speed. You have high, low, and auto. You always try to run it in the auto position. Hit your mode button one more time. Do you see the little snowflake in the lower right hand corner? And then you will dial your temperature down for it. If you hit the mode button one more time, it tells you furnace off in the lower left hand corner, and you'll dial your temperature up for it. Hit it one more time and it says off in the lower right hand corner. We're going to turn that right back on, turn that air back on. And then you have a max air vent above the stove that you can actually turn it on and off. Raise the vent up. Should be 4 speeds on the fan. It also has an off button, so if you wanted to leave the vent open and shut the button off, and then a vent to close the vent lid on top. There is a working fire extinguisher on the left hand side as we step into the trailer. We're going to come over to the kitchen table. It does have a push button light in the ceiling for it to turn that light on and off. The table does fold down between the 2 benches to make another smaller bed. It does have a handle underneath the left hand side underneath the table that you can open up, that lets the table drop down between the 2 benches, and you take the 2 back cushions to come across the top of the table. So we're going to slide that back up. Clicks into place to be used as a kitchen table. Light above the recliners. Have a push button in the center of them to turn them on and off. Does have a fire escape window behind the 2 recliners. Each one of the recliners has a handle to the outside of the chair itself. Back in the bunk area, we have a bunk area up top where the air conditioner is located at. You do have round vents in the ceiling for the air conditioner to duct out of that. You have a 110 outlet and a USB port as you get to the top of the ladder. In the bottom bunk area, there is a 110 outlet on either side. There is a USB port in the back and a place for another TV up here in the front that works off the park cable or the satellite hookup. It does have a lock between the 2 doors to lock the bunk area off, and a lock for this door over here to lock this side of the bathroom off. In the bathroom, you have an air conditioner vent in the ceiling. Knurled knob in the top is not there. You have to work it off the buttons on the fan on the side here. You have a fan switch that you can turn on and off, and a vent that will open on its automatically. That would be kind of a long stretch to try to make that vent open up. Then the light switch right down below us turns the light right above us on. And we do have a 110 outlet to the side of the sink that is also GFI protected by the outlet in the bathroom. On the toilet, it does have a single foot flush on the right hand side for flushing the toilet. You do have a heat register coming out onto the toilet to warm the plastic toilet up. Do you have a fire escape window on this side of the bunk in the bottom? We're going to go back up into the living room area. The bigger remote does the TV. To pick up the channels that the TV will pick up, you have to go to your menu, go through your menu programming to scan for the channels that the TV will pick up. The little bitty remote is for the fireplace down at the bottom. Fireplace works off electric and 12 volt for the fan.
And they've been on the road now.
That's channel 2 out of St. Louis. That's not too bad.
Normally be roughly a 5-6 minute drive from Bowery Funeral Home to
that station's
the
almost
Blanchard
80
Purchase,
miles
so I'm
away
sure
from
it's gonna
here.
take-
That's not too bad a picture for a 110 12 volt booster. The middle size remote does the stereo on the inside. And you have A and B on your speakers on the inside. A is your auditorium, which is inside the living room area. B is going to be your 2 outside speakers that I showed you on the outside of the trailer. Does have a pretty good size microwave convection oven in the unit. Does also have a push button light underneath the cabinets on either side. A 110 outlet on either side in the cabinets. And all the paperwork that was found in the trailer is in that green bag right here. It has all the paperwork for all the appliances that's in the trailer. On the stove top, we're going to fold it up 2 times till it's folded up out of the way. The right hand button turns the light on the stove top. You turn to where it says highlight position and hit the striker on the left hand side. We'll light all 3 of the burners up on top. And when you light the oven, you turn to where it says pilot on. Hold the button down and use the same striker that lights the stove top. We'll light the oven down below. If you push the button down below, you also will have a light in the oven area. Underneath the sink, it's got pretty good sized storage on both sides. But it also has a trash can in a slide out drawer. 2 little drawers at the top. And it has a very, very big pantry off here to the side of the trailer. The right hand side, you can take the shelves out and use it for a closet for hanging coats, jackets, dog leashes. It does have more storage up above it in the top. Refrigerator, it has an on and off button at the bottom for your mode and to unlock it. The freezer is showing -1 degree. The top of the freezer is showing 37 degrees. If you unlock the button down here at the bottom, you can change the temperature in the freezer or the refrigerator, either one, to 9 different settings. And then when you come back, you lock it in place. It does have a strap for holding the 2 front doors together. It also has strips on the side of the freezers down at the bottom for travel. Pretty good sized refrigerator. It's bigger than the one I got at home. Top part is a crisper, bottom is a freezer. And anytime the door opens, it does show the temperature of what the refrigerator and freezer is. Then you got your little travel lock that comes across, snaps it into place to hold it while you're traveling. The 2 lights above the table here are turned on by the switch on the island. You also have an LP detector down at the bottom, LP and carbon monoxide. You do have 2 110 outlets on either side of the sink that is GFI protected by the outlet in the front bathroom. All your round vents in the ceiling are for AC. All your round vents at the floor level are for the furnace. Breaker box is next. Breaker box is marked with your 50 amp main in the center, where we're from the top down, water heater, GFI, microwave, AC1, AC2, inverter, fireplace, general purpose is your 110 outlets, and converter is your last one. The car fuses at the top coming this way are marked from the side over here. The first one is your LP, lights, awning lights, slide room, furnace, slide out motor, main awning, monitor panel, tank heaters, and the last 2 are slides. And they're marked from the left to the right as they come across. Up in the bathroom area is where your GFI outlet is. Light switch on the wall turns the 2 lights above us on. Knurled knob in the vent up here at the top cranks the vent up. Little black button turns the fan on. That is actually for pulling moisture out of the shower area. Does have an air conditioner vent in the ceiling, and also has a heat vent coming out from the bottom of the cabinet. Sliding doors lock into place, open or shut for travel. Another light switch here on the wall in the bathroom. And another Dometic air conditioner vent for the front AC. You do have a 110 outlet on either side of the bed and a USB port on either side of the bed. The two buttons above the headboard of the bed have to be turned on by hand, a little push button in the center of those. You have a fire escape window on this side over here. Another place for a TV to mount to this wall that will either hook to the TV antenna or the satellite. Little black button turns the green light on, indicates that the booster's working. Does have storage up underneath the bed. Pretty good size storage for extra blankets and pillows, or something that you'd want to hide from somebody else. In the front walk-in closet, it does have two lights in the ceiling. On the left-hand side of the closet is a washer dryer prep. Has hot and cold running water coming to it. Has to be winterized when you winterize the trailer. And a vent mark off on the door side wall for the vent for the dryer to vent to the outside of the trailer. But it is a pretty good size walk-in closet, pretty good size storage in it. That's basically everything on the inside of the trailer. If you was to ever have any questions, we're just a phone call away. Thank you.